me swap to desktop laptop, please. Thank you. So this news topic is more AMD rumors because, I mean, they just never end. They just keep coming. So now, due to kind of a change from what we were thinking.
One thing I just noticed, that card's really small compared to the, the 3080 and 90.
Yeah, it's true. This is actually the, I think it's supposed to be a 5700 XT.
Oh, that is?
Yeah, I think that is. That's just they just use a random stock
just
photo.
use an old stock photo.
But anyways, so right now the rumors are that the RTX, not the RTX 3080, that Big Navi, whatever that ends up being, 6000 series, is going to come close to the 3080. Before, they were saying the whole thing that the card that AMD was going to make is probably going to be targeting the budget sector, similar to what the 5700 XT is doing. But now, I don't know what information has changed, but there are just rumors out there from an article saying that the whatever Big Navi card, it will be in spitting distance of the RTX 3080. But if AMD doesn't beat the 3080, they will definitely crush the 3070. So it depends on pricing and what they're looking at. So, I mean, if they come with a card that beats the 3070 and is a little bit cheaper, that'd be awesome. But if they don't beat the 3080, I mean, I probably wouldn't care too much because, like, I normally am just used to the point that NVIDIA is going to have, like, a top-line card and AMD has the budget ones, and that just works out well. But I know as a company, AMD is going to want to be the top of the line. But, so, I mean, news-wise, not anything super crazy. I know we have a date right now of October 28th, which is a little ways away. The 4000 series is coming pretty soon. I don't know. We've said this numerous times. I don't know if any of you are considering waiting for these cards or anything, if you're thinking that AMD might be the route for you. But, I mean, I don't see AMD releasing a NVIDIA killer card or anything. But if it comes close to 38's performance and it's cheaper, I mean, how do we lose there? I don't know.
True.
I'd be so mad if I bought a 2080 Ti and then the RX 3070 came out. Well, the RTX 3070. I mean, yeah, I guess I'd be mad. I personally wouldn't care. Like, technology is going to advance. Like, that's the beauty of having stuff like that.
It's like someone already said, like, there's always something bigger and better around the corner. As soon as these new cards come out, just think. You buy it, there is going to be something bigger and better coming out probably within the next couple months after that. That's just how quickly technology advances and can't really do anything about it.
And so we're talking about these cards, like if AMD releases this card that's going to be on par with whatever NVIDIA is doing, then they both just made dramatic jumps. So, I mean, it's one of those things where, like, we can't get too upset about it. Like, I'm not going to upgrade my system anytime soon at home with a 28 Super. I totally underuse that thing anyways. I do not need to upgrade my system.
You only upgrade when you need to, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like so many people just see something and they're like, oh, I want it or need it. But, like, if you have a 2080 Super already, like, you're probably not going to need to upgrade that stuff for the next couple to few years, depending on what you're playing. Like, I'm not trying to play the newest, greatest game on ultra settings at home. Like, I just play competitive, like, freaking Valorant and crap like that. Like, that 2080 Super could probably last me 5 to 10 years if I really wanted it to.
Does AMD's GPUs have their own version of NVIDIA? That's the one thing that's always strayed me away for streamers going with the AMD option is they don't have a good alternative to that. So if you need NVIDIA is probably the best way to go. That's the sad part about it. I hope they would release something because I'd love to have competition there, but like their encoder is just not nearly as good as what NVIDIA has.
It sucks too because they can't. Isn't NVIDIA technically NVIDIA's actual encoder? It sucks that like they couldn't share it per se because almost like how they have FreeSync and G-Sync. It sucks that they have a lot of monitors nowadays can support both. It'd be nice to see like NVIDIA be able to support both.
Yeah, they have the relive, but that's not actually the encoder. That's just like their video recording stuff that's baked in. The actual NVIDIA encoder, I think they use like it's an HVEC encoder. But it's like really low quality. Like it's not like it has some pixelation issues. It doesn't look nearly as good as the NVIDIA, and I don't think it gives you the same performance benefit. But
then again, what I do at 1440p, I'll be good for a long time at the 2080. I have, even if I have to make the jump to 1440. I mean, that's all I've been using is 1440. Yeah. That's all we both really use is 1440.
Can you explain what NVIDIA exactly does? So NVIDIA is basically if you're live streaming or capturing or recording video, it uses certain cores on the graphics card to do all the encoding. It doesn't take away from much of your gaming performance compared to using something like CPU encoding. And it normally is way more efficient. You could get you record it like 4K 60, and if you try to do that with like CPU, you'd be maxing out your CPU even on higher end systems. And acceleration in like things like Premiere Pro with rendering, it helps with faster rendering and things like that. So NVIDIA is really valuable for content creators basically.
Yeah, because going back to like streaming trying to use X264, which is basically like the hardware encoder. It's just like completely different feeling. Like Matt was saying, when you use NVENC, you feel like you're just not even using anything. And then when you're using hardware, your PC's like, ah.
Yeah, it's just scared. It's not happy at all.